But first, his name is Cameron Colvin.
He's a former NFL player who calls himself an international real estate developer and philanthropist. But those who've encountered him say,
I think the public needs to be informed that Mr. Colvin may not have the experience, the backing, or the money that he claims to have.
Tonight, the ABC 15 investigators uncover the mounting court judgments against him, the millions pledged to charity that never materialized, and the former employees who feel cheated.
Here's our Nicole Grigg.
Cameron Colvin's NFL credentials and promises drew Matthew Pearson in.
Extremely charismatic, extremely motivational.
Pearson left his 20-year career with Scottsdale Police to work for Colvin's company, Camco Commercial.
When you meet this Mr. Colvin, he will swoon you.
He was hired as director of security in 2021.
He told you he was a billionaire?
Yes, and that he's got all this money and he's got to be protected, and so that was my main role.
But Pearson says he quit after 4 months when his paycheck stopped coming on time. He needed it for his 4 kids, including one with special needs.
You're embarrassed and kind of just shocked.
Pearson says Colvin eventually paid him, but others are still waiting.
I feel like I was played.
Tyler Johnson was a digital media specialist for Colvin, working at Rise Above Enterprises.
The way that he portrays himself is very trusting, very, like I said, charitable.
But Johnson was struggling. He says Colvin owes him at least $5,000 in unpaid wages.
It did hurt a lot while I was still working for him and still waiting on paychecks to see him posting about going on a private jet to Las Vegas and going to meetings with all these very wealthy people to start these major projects.
An online search for Cameron Colvin shows you his digital footprint. Business claims
our fund is at about $2 billion right now.
We're here looking for more opportunity for more investment.
And a luxurious lifestyle.
On his Instagram and social media, he looks like he's a billionaire.
Colvin has attracted local and national attention as an entrepreneur and philanthropist. He even pledged to donate $200 million to Goodwill.
It was just all a facade.
The ABC 15 investigators found 9 civil court judgments against Colvin across several states, including here in Arizona. Over in Palm Springs, California, there's a federal case with the victims from Washington State and several cases out of the Las Vegas, Nevada area. Those cases include allegations of breach of contracts, fraud, deceit, unjust enrichment, and breach of covenant of good faith and fair dealing.
In each case, a judge ruled against Colvin and awarded the plaintiffs in total more than $8.7 million. Like this lawsuit out of Nevada spells out how Colvin told a woman that he manages over $15 billion worth of assets. The lawsuit says a woman gave Camco $26,000 and she was promised a $70,000 return within 6 weeks. Court documents call the promises fraudulent and says the woman ended up with nothing. Another woman loaned Colvin nearly $60,000, but Cameron Colvin failed to plead, respond, answer, or otherwise defend. A judge ordered Colvin to pay her back. The biggest lawsuit involved a deal to build Aquamil 7. ABC 15 and other outlets covered the announcement of the project in 2019. Described as a multi-billion-dollar sports and new entertainment destination on the Salt River Indian community not far from Tempe Town Lake.
From a movie production studio to a huge resort, there were even discussions of a large stadium large enough to host World Cup games.
Jeffrey Kirschmar sued Colvin on behalf of the Solana Group for fraud and misrepresentation. A judge ordered Colvin to pay $7 million, writing the sublease between the Solana Group and Camco Aquamil 7 was obtained by fraud.
One of the more unusual things we found upon researching Mr. Colvin's background was he didn't own any cars. He doesn't own any real estate. That's pretty unusual for a successful businessman.
Kirschmar says not a dime of the judgment has been paid to the Solana Group, and Colvin has not appeared for a deposition. So the judge issued a civil arrest warrant for him last July.
Do you still want to find Mr. Colvin?
We would like Mr. Colvin to comply with the court's order to appear for deposition. so that we can determine whether he has any assets at all.
It's unclear why Colvin enters into these big contracts for developments, but this internal business document leaked from inside Colvin's inner circle shows his business portfolio. It details 17 companies and investments Colvin claims to have: sports teams, venues, restaurants, the financial sector, and even in the aerospace industry. This page shows his raise goal for the company is $25 and $50 million. It profiles his team. We blurred their pictures because some of these people say they never worked for Colvin.
And this pamphlet that you got is not something that he gives to anyone except the investment group that he's going to present to. So even the executive staff never see that.
As for that NFL career Colvin touts, he signed as an undrafted free agent with the San Francisco 49ers, but never played it down during the regular season. That goodwill donation, no money has been given. When we went to find Colvin at his business address in Scottsdale, there was a notice on the door for not paying over $270,000 in rent. Through his representatives, Colvin agreed to a sit-down interview with me this week, but canceled the day before. They say, quote, Colvin is a good and honorable person with the best of intentions, end quote. As for Pearson, he felt he had to speak out.
My hope is to bring awareness to what he is doing and to bring awareness into the business world that if you get a proposition from this company, run the other way.
Multiple sources tell me that Colvin is currently onboarding new employees, even sending this letter warning that a news article will soon come out about him and if they're contacted to pass the request to their PR. I'm investigator Nicole Grigg, ABC 15, Arizona.